Listen and repeat.
I had a croissant and coffee for breakfast.
I had a croissant and coffee for breakfast.
We learned how to use the fire extinguisher during the mock drill.
We learned how to use the fire extinguisher during the mock drill.
The government issued a mandate requiring all citizens to wear masks.
The government issued a mandate requiring all citizens to wear masks.
She refused to disclose the source of her information.
She refused to disclose the source of her information.
My birthday is in April.
My birthday is in April.
This case is outside our jurisdiction.
This case is outside our jurisdiction.
The interior of the museum is just as impressive as the exterior.
The interior of the museum is just as impressive as the exterior.
He cut the meat into large chunks.
He cut the meat into large chunks.
The walls were insulated to keep the house warm.
The walls were insulated to keep the house warm.
Don't be so harsh on yourself.
Don't be so harsh on yourself.
I heard about the feud between your cousins.
I heard about the feud between your cousins.
He tends to ramble when he's nervous.
He tends to ramble when he's nervous.
There was a sudden surge in electricity demand last night.
There was a sudden surge in electricity demand last night.
There has been a decrease in sales this quarter.
There has been a decrease in sales this quarter.
The usage of this word has changed over time.
The usage of this word has changed over time.
She is a member of the Republican Party.
She is a member of the Republican Party.
He shuddered as he stepped into the icy water.
He shuddered as he stepped into the icy water.
It took hours to demolish the entire structure.
It took hours to demolish the entire structure.
He chose to defer his military service.
He chose to defer his military service.
Please read the document in its entirety before signing.
Please read the document in its entirety before signing.
There's a smudge on your glasses.
There's a smudge on your glasses.
He is still grieving the loss of his best friend.
He is still grieving the loss of his best friend.
The electricity went out during the storm.
The electricity went out during the storm.
The company reports earnings every quarter.
The company reports earnings every quarter.
She has the power to inspire others.
She has the power to inspire others.
Japan has had emperors for centuries.
Japan has had emperors for centuries.
The mayor gave a speech at the city hall.
The mayor gave a speech at the city hall.
Their spat was over a simple misunderstanding.
Their spat was over a simple misunderstanding.
Most of my coworkers are Democrats.
Most of my coworkers are Democrats.
An outburst of anger can sometimes damage relationships.
An outburst of anger can sometimes damage relationships.
The German Chancellor is visiting Paris this week.
The German Chancellor is visiting Paris this week.
The agency operates under federal jurisdiction.
The agency operates under federal jurisdiction.
Prices have escalated dramatically over the past year.
Prices have escalated dramatically over the past year.
Some species of spiders have deadly venom.
Some species of spiders have deadly venom.
The school granted him a leave of absence.
The school granted him a leave of absence.
We stopped by the ice cream parlor for dessert.
We stopped by the ice cream parlor for dessert.
She struggled to subdue her anger.
She struggled to subdue her anger.
We mourned the passing of a great artist.
We mourn the passing of a great artist.
He was banned from entering the casino.
He was banned from entering the casino.
They alleged that the company violated safety laws.
They alleged that the company violated safety laws.
The federal court's ruling impacts all states.
The federal court's ruling impacts all states.
The elderly need extra care during heat waves.
The elderly need extra care during heat waves.
He has a bad temper.
He has a bad temper.
They decided to overhaul the outdated billing system.
They decided to overhaul the outdated billing system.
Improving infrastructure is essential for economic growth.
Improving infrastructure is essential for economic growth.
They spoke about their respective experiences.
They spoke about their respective experiences.
The economy of the province depends largely on agriculture.
The economy of the province depends largely on agriculture.
He ditched his friends and left the party early.
He ditched his friends and left the party early.
His support for her was invariable.
His support for her was invariable.
The casino offers free drinks to its guests.
The casino offers free drinks to its guests.
She was appointed ambassador to France.
She was appointed ambassador to France.
We walked across the bridge to get to the park.
We walked across the bridge to get to the park.
The volunteers were assigned to their respective tasks.
The volunteers were assigned to their respective tasks.
Can you dig a hole for the new tree?
Can you dig a hole for the new tree?
Push the door to open it.
Push the door to open it.
Friction generates heat.
Friction generates heat.
The rules are largely the same as last year.
The rules are largely the same as last year.
She has been interested in astronomy since she was a child.
She has been interested in astronomy since she was a child.
She lodged a protest against the unfair decision.
She lodged a protest against the unfair decision.
The ending of the movie was very predictable.
The ending of the movie was very predictable.
The earmarked funds cannot be used for other purposes.
The earmarked funds cannot be used for other purposes.
It takes tact to give honest feedback without offending others.
It takes tact to give honest feedback without offending others.
Fear of failure can impede your success.
Fear of failure can impede your success.
Traffic jams are an impediment to getting to work on time.
Traffic jams are an impediment to getting to work on time.
Adding spices can enrich the flavor of the dish.
Adding spices can enrich the flavor of the dish.
Verbal instructions should be clear and simple.
Verbal instructions should be clear and simple.
He still holds a grudge against her for what she said.
He still holds a grudge against her for what she said.
Each department operates as a separate entity.
Each department operates as a separate entity.
There is a lot of speculation about the reasons for his resignation.
There is a lot of speculation about the reasons for his resignation.
His betrayal shocked everyone.
His betrayal shocked everyone.
He wrote poems filled with anguish and regret.
He wrote poems filled with anguish and regret.
She felt numb with shock after hearing the news.
She felt numb with shock after hearing the news.
The acrobatics in that show were incredibly dangerous.
The acrobatics in that show were incredibly dangerous.
My eyesight has gotten worse over the past few years.
My eyesight has gotten worse over the past few years.
My vision is blurry without my glasses.
My vision is blurry without my glasses.
The drone captured stunning aerial views of the city.
The drone captured stunning aerial views of the city.
She is on a winning streak.
She is on a winning streak.
Eye strain can temporarily affect your vision.
Eye strain can temporarily affect your vision.
We had a picnic near a quiet brook.
We had a picnic near a quiet brook.
Her flexibility made it easier to adjust to the new environment.
Her flexibility made it easier to adjust to the new environment.
She didn't know how to broach the subject of divorce.
She didn't know how to broach the subject of divorce.
prices fluctuate depending on supply and demand.
Prices fluctuate depending on supply and demand.
The stadium was built in an oval shape.
The stadium was built in an oval shape.
Oral care should start from a young age.
Oral care should start from a young age.
The table has a rectangular shape.
The table has a rectangular shape.
We sat around a square table.
We sat around a square table.
She began to unravel the sweater to reuse the yarn.
She began to unravel the sweater to reuse the yarn.
Costs are beginning to mount quickly.
Costs are beginning to mount quickly.
The proposal is under scrutiny by the board.
The proposal is under scrutiny by the board.
The monument was erected in memory of the victims.
The monument was erected in memory of the victims.
Traditional weavers still weave cloth by hand.
Traditional weavers still weave cloth by hand.
They erected a statue in the town square.
They erected a statue in the town square.
The citizens elected a new mayor last week.
The citizens elected a new mayor last week.
I keep my yarn organized by color.
I keep my yarn organized by color.
Everyone deserves equality, regardless of their background.
Everyone deserves equality, regardless of their background.
She was elected to the school board last year.
She was elected to the school board last year.
Political instability can lead to economic decline.
Political instability can lead to economic decline.
He wove a basket out of bamboo.
He wove a basket out of bamboo.
This machine is known for its high precision.
This machine is known for its high precision.
The team achieved a monumental victory.
The team achieved a monumental victory.